The Blue Moon. We watched that shit. And Discord. Just join Discord. It's gonna be below in the description. We be watching movies and shit. And I went to catch up on the Oscar movies, bro. And good point for pointing that out, Legend. I went to catch up on the Oscars movies yesterday. So I watched Blue Moon, right? Because I already watched F1. Already watched what's that called? One Battle After Another. I watched Marty Supreme. I watched Sinners. So it was only a couple movies I didn't watch. I watched Blue Moon that Ethan Hawke was nominated for a fucking Oscar for leading actor. I watched that movie. I don't know how, nigga. I don't know how, nigga. That shit is booty, nigga. That shit is ass. I don't know how he's nominated for Oscar. If he wins anything, if that movie wins anything, my nigga, terrible. But fucking dog shit, terrible, right? So I know how the Oscars is broken, right? It's fucking terrible. And we're going to get into Timothy Chalamet later because he's in his own news right now. They are frying that nigga, and he's not going to win a single award. I think they about to cook that nigga because who's the Oscar is owned by. But, yeah, we're going to watch this video, though. Maybe it give us some more insight on this shit. That Blue Moon was trash.
2025.
Depending on when you're watching this might still be happening. And Timothy Chalamet is absolutely everywhere you turn. But he's not just campaigning for an Oscar. There's another reason he's
we can do a stream collab.
Marty Supreme, Christmas Day. Marty Supreme, Dream Big. Marty Supreme, Christmas Day.
And you're either in one of two camps. You either find this all to be annoying or you probably don't care at all. But the truth is,
we can do it another day. Just hit me up.
Any of it.
I got my IG. It should be on my
the Academy Awards.
It should be on my channel somewhere.
Are completely broken. And in some ways, designed that way.
Oh, my Twitter.
In May, an American institution was introduced.
The first Oscars was held here almost 100 years ago. And it lasted 15 minutes. And now we live in a world where interviews about the Oscars last longer.
Wait, is it in a hotel? That shit was in a hotel, nigga. See? Hey, dog, you start from somewhere, nigga. All right.
Almost 100 years ago.
Job
It
out.
lasted 15 minutes. And now we live in a world where interviews about the Oscars last.
Start from somewhere, my nigga.
And
Hey, that's me,
what
my
we
nigga.
have here. And every year before this, the Oscars campaign. Oscars aren't just being won. They're
Hey,
also
MP, this your segment, my nigga. Oscars,
and if you
nigga.
haven't seen most of the movies nominated, it's because the Oscar genre, dramas, accounted for just 7% of ticket sales in 2025. But still,
my mouse at?
Hollywood spends between 100 and
Wait, what is that?
It's because the Oscar genre, dramas, accounted for just 7% of ticket sales in 2025. But still, Hollywood spends between $100 and $500 million annually on these Oscar campaigns, with single movies spending as much as $20 million, not on the film, but on this. Yeah, that's Timothy Chalamet on top of
$18 million
sphere
on that
promoting a
shit.
movie. And if he seems very committed, it's because he is. But it's not because he just wants a trophy. There's a bigger prize. According to BBC, a Best Actor Oscar win boosts the pay for the winner on future movies by almost $4 million a movie.
See how much stake going to this shit, nigga? If a nigga wins, $4 million boosted, nigga. Damn, nigga. Hey, dog. I see why niggas be shucking and jabbing for that fucking Oscar. I understand now. I understand.
You might be up here too for $4 million more every time you show up to work. But I mentioned before that this is not for you. This whole thing. It's for a secret society of people, which sounds like more of a joke than it actually is.
Yeah, it is.
And this is where the Oscars breaks down further.
It is.
So how exactly does Oscars voting work?
Yeah, let me know.
Well, there's almost 10,000 voters.
Okay.
Who are they? You'll never know. It's a secret.
See, that's the weird part, right? Right. It's like we voting for the it's a country that vote for the president. I forgot where it's at, but I heard him told me from Turkish, and he was telling me like, yo, they like it's like us, like we don't know how the ballots and shit going because it's in small rooms and shit, and we don't know how it and when we put our vote down for president, then the shit get passed on, but we don't see that shit that get passed on. We just see our shit that we write on the dot. We don't know what the fuck happens to them papers afterwards. That shit go to dog shit. That's why awards matter. And when people say it doesn't matter, they don't know how it works. Yes.
What we do know is they're not.
Awards do matter,
so
yeah.
How do you become a voter?
Agree.
Well, you don't.
Agree,
apply.
Johnny.
You have to work in the industry. And then you have to be sponsored. As Brainstuff explained it, 2 members of the committee in your field have to invite you in. So if you're an actor, 2 actors, a director, 2 directors, and so on. Or you can get nominated for an Oscar. That's at least automatic consideration. But neither of those 2 things are enough. You then have to get an endorsement from your specific field's committee. That's right, a subcommittee. Then you finally get to the board of governors, who has the final say. And if they're in a good mood,
my God,
you then finally become an insider and a voter. But
that's a secret society, nigga. You might as well call it a secret society. You got to do all that to get in, nigga. What is this, a gang?
all those movies that you haven't seen.
Now I understand, like it does have to go through a certain point, but it's like motherfuckers that win. I believe the people that vote on who should win Oscars should be. I think it should be directors. Now, to keep it fair on people not voting for their own shit, I think it should be directors that's not put out no movie that year. That's the main thing I would do. It's better than what the fuck they got going on, because I don't know none of these niggas.
Get nominated every year? Yeah, well, the truth is, those voters probably haven't seen them either. That's right. You don't have to watch the movies to vote. You just have to fill out the survey that gets sent to you. And that voting process is so complicated that a firm, PricewaterhouseCoopers, is needed to do the data analysis required to siphon down the actual nominees. But what does this mean? Two things. One, the Academy is very much Hollywood voting for Hollywood.
Yes.
Its taste and the people within it, while theoretically qualified, means that the Oscars will never be representative of the way the average person sees movies, for better or for worse. That's why it's dominated.
Would it be better if people voted? Let me know what y'all think about that in the chat. Would it be better if just they put it just online? Like they put it the Oscars online and people voted? The movie watchers voted? I think we'd get it right more than them. The percentage of it. Leo would have been one. A lot of people would have been one, in my opinion. So maybe that's better, actually.
By dramas, art house films, in the same pool of directors and actors, it is in some ways a self-fulfilling prophecy. And becoming an Oscars voter becomes just
Leo,
as much
I have a
about
lot.
the prestige of being one as it does actually wanting to watch the movies you're voting on. But two, and this matters far more, it means this can be
Legend, you with me?
than the movie itself. And it might already be. And as you're about to see,
I think people would vote. It would be toxic.
Down even further.
I mean, but like, I feel you. It'll be toxic, Johnny. But like, it's better than I feel like what they're doing. John Bell said, "I don't understand why this needed to be legitimized." 83 to let. Oh, he talking about the 83 points.
Oh, there's a mistake. Moonlight, you guys won Best Picture.
Moonlight won it. This is not a joke.
This actually happened?
It's not a joke. I'm afraid they read the wrong thing.
323 movies were Oscar eligible last year. It is safe to say that in all likelihood, 90% of Oscar voters haven't seen 323 movies of any kind this year. That's a lot.
It's a lot of fucking movies.
Another gray area pops up.
Oh, Train Dreams. Yeah, I gotta watch that.
Oscar consultant. BBC covered this a decade ago, but these are publicists who have access to the voters and are paid to get movies in front of them. It's against Academy rules to directly call or email to gain votes, but turns out, gifts, totally okay. So just toss more money around. There's belief that these publicists may even do stealth smear campaigns online against other nominees to get one movie votes over another. That's right.
Yeah, it's a toxic game.
That one
It's
doesn't sound good.
But these gigantic,
political,
curated,
politics.
Oscar campaigns, I think, are much more damning to the whole process. And this isn't the fault of the actors. Again, they stand to make life-changing money by winning Best Actor, even if it's not always life-changing for them. It's the studios who view all of this as a race to prestige in an industry.
I think I'm doing Oscars prediction video, but that role he played was good, bro.
They're running into
that was a good role.
On screen right now are the amount of nominations each of these movies has for the 2026 Oscars. As Bloomberg pointed out recently, that means that just these movies account for 64 nominations. 6 movies account for over 50%.
That mean they put in the most money.
For reference, 20 years ago, an average of 18 movies received at least 2 nominations. So why is this happening? Well, the Oscars focus on prestige pictures on a specific kind of movie creates this reality. Remember when The Dark Knight wasn't nominated for Best Picture? Well, look what happens when Chris Nolan makes a drama.
And Maria, I see Oppenheimer.
Christopher Nolan Oppenheimer.
Oppenheimer. Oppenheimer.
Oppenheimer.
As much as the Academy wants you to believe
I ain't know that.
the truth is the numbers don't really.
Damn, Dark Knight ain't win shit. I did not know that. Dark Knight ain't win shit.
Support that. Sure.
I know Heath Ledger won, but damn. Yeah, I gotta watch that. Boguanil.
See Sinners up there for Best Picture and hopefully a winner in some of its categories. And there has been a push to diversify the kinds of films nominated, but not a huge.
It should be.
In the kind
A good
of films
movie
that
is a good
win
movie.
The big awards, with some exceptions, of course. 2026's Oscar nominees across the board are the least financially successful films domestically on average in over a decade. So yes,
Yeah, man.
there are more big movies up there, but
Niggas stop going to the movies
Oscars
like that.
are so top heavy right now because studios are releasing 30% less movies a year than they were 2
Barbie.
decades ago. And
That did
less
big at the
dramas.
fucking
Like I pointed
Oscars.
out earlier, with less prestige pictures, there are less movies nominated. This very much exposes the reality of what the Oscars is at its core. A race to make the most Oscars-y movie for the Oscars. It's a popularity contest, but only amongst the kids who are.
You know what? That's what that fucking Blue Moon was, legend. That was a movie to make the most Oscar-y movie for we can get to the Oscars. That's all that shit was. Regular people vote. I think they need to be tested for unbiased. Tested for unbiased. I don't know what type of test that'd be.
already cool, and the kids
That's funny.
with the money.
Thank you very much. Thanks so much.
In 2014, 43 million people watched the Oscars. In 2025, 18 million.
Jesus.
That's not a stellar trend. So how do we fix all of this? Fix the Academy Awards? Well, the reality is that a system built this much around exposure instead of the art.
How about you let the people vote? That's my answer.
Around campaigns as opposed to the movies, where stuff like this is even happening, probably needs a significant revamp. Even if you argue that this is also done to promote the movie in theaters, Marty Supreme brought in less than $100 million domestically. You'll have a tough time convincing me that all this money spent was just about selling more tickets to a prestige film. That math doesn't add up. A new rule for this year states
trying to make that
members
shit
must
pop.
watch all films in a category to vote. But turns out you can just check a box and not watch it on the Academy screening service or watch it at all. It's an honor system. One a journalist recently discovered was not working, and that some voters admitted to doing things like literally letting movies play on mute just to say they technically watched it. And of course,
That's nasty work. Take the voter who love Ethan Hawke's lead turn as legend. Oh, this the Ethan Hawke role. This the Blue Moon shit. Take the voter who love Ethan Hawke's lead turn as legendary lyricist Lawrence Hart in Blue Moon, but hated Marty Supreme, turning it off 20 minutes after starting it. Since the Academy's screening room counts a movie as watched only if it's viewed in its entirety, this voter told me they plan on restarting Marty Supreme one night and running it on mute so he could vote in the lead actor category. You know how trash that is? These niggas are all biased. So give it to the fans at that point. If they're gonna be biased, give it to the fans. Cause y'all don't fucking matter, dog. Niggas ain't even watching the movies. Why that's so trash? I wish I could have did that with Blue Moon. Fucking muted that shit. I fucking watched that piece of shit.
Like literally letting movies play on
mute be biased
just to say they technically watched it. And of course, I've seen a lot of the suggestions that maybe 50%
I wanted to turn that off in the first 20 minutes.
Or the public, like the NBA's All-Star voting. So the people actually paying to see the movies and not being invited to screenings or being sent press DVDs get a vote too. That's an idea that has its own problems, as the NBA has seen.
Trash.
The fact that that doesn't sound completely ridiculous means this system as it
20 minutes
has maybe run its course. And the truth is,
ain't the fans are worse. Look what they doing, John. Nah. We give it to the fans at that point. Give it to the fans, cause they're going to be biased. They gonna be biased no matter what, my nigga. Ethan Hawke probably about to win an award for that shit, cause niggas turned off Marty Supreme in the first 20 minutes. It's because they buddy, they friends with these niggas. So they don't want to, they want to appease their friends. They want to give them awards.
the Academy has no interest in letting you decide what movies are good.
The fans will go off you have your biased fans, of course, but you will have more fans of the public that will go with what the public like the most. The public will go with what the public like the most. That's a fact. The public will go with no matter what we think, no matter what I think, the public will go with what the public like the most. It'll probably be Sinners. Probably a lot of public like Sinners. Sinners will probably go crazy. But I'd rather Sinners go crazy than Ethan Hawke win an award. I'm to that point. Fuck this shit. Legend said the Oscars council are the most biased. Yeah, I agree, because they know each other. The general audience should vote. That's ludicrous. That's not ludicrous to me. This is ludicrous what I'm watching. This is ludicrous. I'm not ludicrous. I'm watching ludicrous. If we gonna do this, we might as well do that. If this the case. You know what I mean? Niggas got hold. It'll be a lot of less niggas that got hold. I guarantee you. If the fans voted, it'll be less niggas that got hold. But they don't want that. They don't want the public to decide. They want to decide on who gonna win. They want to keep the narrative. The narrative. I see through this shit, bro.
And that's because the reality is, just like this, maybe the Oscars isn't for us.
This nigga just cranked that Soulja Boy.
The industry likes it that way. To me, the Oscars seem broken. But to the Oscars, maybe it's exactly what it's supposed to be. I'm Dewey, and that's it for today's episode.
Yeah, bro. Shout out to the channel. Good video. Cause controversy, but whatever the case may be. Nowhere to land. 7,000 subscribers, so yeah, new channel. Shout out to the channel. I'll subscribe. Like the video. That was a good video.